Hello everyone, welcome to my class of economics for standard 9. So today I'm going to explain again chapter 3 which I started last year, and already I have made a video on this chapter. So I'm going to explain that what is poverty and why it is called the biggest challenge. So two cases are there which I have already taught you in my Zoom class, but still I have to make the video, so I am making it. So one is the urban case and one is the second one is the rural case. So in urban case, what we see that a person named Ram Saran, he works as a daily wage laborer in a wheat flour mill near Ranchi in Jharkhand. He manages to earn around 1500 a month when he finds employment. It means that Ram Saran is not a regular employee. He when he gets work in the flour mill where he work as a daily wage laborer, then only he is able to earn 1500 rupees in a month, and which is quite low, and which is always not same, means all the month it is not same because job is not regular. So the money is not enough to fulfill the even the basic needs of his family members, because in his family there are 4 children aged between 12 years to 6 months, and then he has to send money to home also to his old parents who live in a village near Ramgarh. And his father, a landless laborer, he depends on Ram Saran for his living, for his sustenance. And his brother, who lives in Hazaribagh, he also depends on Ram Saran for his sustenance because he is always also sitting unemployed. In this way, what we see that Ram Saran lives in a one-room rented house in a crowded basti. Means Ram Saran is not able to live in a bigger house because as we see that there are many more members in the family, but still anyhow he manages to hire or to get a rented one room rented house in a crowded basti in the outskirts of the city. And this house is a temporary hut, or which is built of bricks and clay tiles. And his wife Santa Devi, she works as a part-time maid because Ram Saran's income is not enough to fulfill the basic or daily needs of all the 6 members in the family and send money to his parents also and to look after his brother also. That is why his wife also works as a housemaid and manages to earn another rupees 800. In this way, what we see that 1500 plus 800 is total. Now it has the sum is 2300, and in this 2300 the family of Ram Saran manage a meal of rice and dal twice a day, means 2 times a day they manage to get rice and dal, and no varieties they have in their meals, but there is never enough for all of them. Means anyhow just they are surviving and meeting their basic needs. His elder son, who is only less than 12 years old, he works as a helper in a tea shop to supplement the family income because Ram Saran and his wife is earning only 2300 rupees, which is quite less and not enough to fulfill the even in getting 2 meals a day. So his son also works in a tea shop to supplement the family income, means to add the family in the family income, and earns another 300. In this way 2600 is coming to Ram Saran's family, while his 10-year-old daughter, she is also not going anywhere or not going anywhere to work because she has too many work at home also, because she has to look after her younger siblings, and none of the children go to school because they are unable to fulfill their dietary needs. So how Ram Sharan will afford to send them to school? So no one of them, the children, they are going to school, and they have only 2 pairs of hand me down clothes. It means what? They have 2 clothes. One they have worn, and the second one is wet or it is drying up. New ones they are unable to buy, and it is bought only when they have nothing to wear or the old one becomes unwearable. Shoes are a luxury. The younger kids are undernourished, means they eat the same food which is made for everyone, which is made for the elder one also. So they have no access to health care when they fall ill, because they have no money. So they are unable to visit the doctor whenever anybody fall ill in the family. So in this way we see that Ram Saran is living in a very difficult, and this situation in which Ram Saran is living, where so many issues are there, and which happens or which is present in the situation that we call poverty. And now the second case is a rural case. Rural case in which we will see that how a person with his family members living in a village. So Lakha Singh belongs to a small village near Meerut in Uttar Pradesh. His family doesn't own any land. It means that Lakha Singh is a landless labor, and so they do odd jobs for the big farmers, because Lakha Singh is a landless labor but he is living in a village. That is why he has to work on the big farmers land, and he works there but not regularly. When he gets work, so he is able to earn, and that is only 50 rupees for a hard day's work. But often, means the payment is not always made in cash. Many times he gets few kilograms of wheat or dal or even vegetables for toiling in the farm through the day. Toiling means bringing and from farm to the market and market to the farm. In this way he is able to get few kilogram of wheat or dal or even vegetables for doing this work for the big farmer. There are 8 members in the Lakha Singh's family, and they are unable to manage 2 square meals for all of them. Lakha lives in a kacha hut. Like Ram Saran, Lakha is also living, but his house is not made of bricks. It is made of clay, tiles, and other type of material which is found in a village. The women of the family spend the day chopping fodder and collecting firewood in the fields. Means the women of the family, they also not sit idle. They do the household work, all the cooking, washing, etc., and then they chop fodder and collect firewood in the fields. And his father, a TB patient who passed away 2 years ago due to lack of medication. So same is the case that we found or discussed in Ram Saran's family also, that if anybody fall ill, they are unable to visit to the doctor and get the treatment for the disease. So here also what we see, that his father passed away because of TB, because he could not go, or Lakha Singh could not take him to the doctor for medication. His mother now is also suffering from the same disease, because we know that TB is an infectious disease. So now his mother is also suffering with the same disease, and slowly the life is passing because he is unable to take her to the doctor. So someday or one day she will also have to die like her husband. So although the family has a primary school, but Lakha never went there. He had to start earning when he was 10 years old. So Lakha started earning when he was only 10 years old. However, there is a primary school, and but he never went there. New clothes happen once in a few years. Means they are unable, the income is not enough to fulfill other needs. Only anyhow they are just have got a shelter and 2 meals a day that they are getting, and without any variety, without any nutrition. Even soap and oil are a luxury for the family. Luxury means which they can't afford, which they are unable to buy in their low income. So in this way what we have seen, that both the cases explains the situation in which the poor people are living. So in this situation what we have seen, that that there is landlessness, unemployment is there, size of family is also big, means too many members live in a family, illiteracy is there, nobody affords to go to the school, and even they are unable to send their children to school. Poor health and malnutrition means the younger kids, they are undernourished. It means they are not getting the nutrition which is required in their age, and they eat the same food which the older one is getting or having. And then child labor also prevails. Child labor means when they have attained only 10 years of old, they start working to supplement their family income so that they could get something to eat and survive. Then helplessness. So above all, they are living with a sense of helplessness, and they are just waiting that time will change, and no, because their time is just passing to how to make their both ends meet. So in this way we have seen that these two typical cases have illustrated the poverty. What is poverty and how it has made the situation worse, and that so that poverty means, so both the cases explains that poverty means lack of shelter or means hunger. It also is a situation in which parents are, as poor parents are not able to send their children to school and give them education, and they keep their children in also keep their children in the same disadvantaged state in which they lived or in which they are living. And whenever anybody fall ill or any children fall ill, the family is unable to visit a doctor or to get the treatment or afford treatment. So poverty also means lack of clean water and sanitation facilities. So there are various aspects of poverty, various dimensions of poverty which have been discussed here. Poverty means lack of clean water and sanitation facilities. It also means lack of a regular job, because as we have seen in both the cases that they are able to earn 1500 or 2000 in a month only when they get the job. Otherwise, when they have no job, they are unable to earn even 2000 or 1500 rupees. So they are unable to live a life at minimum decent level to fulfill all their needs and to send their children to a school to educate them, and as we have read in chapter 2 that the quality to be improved for the development of the country. So these things are not happening in poor family. So above all, it means that they are living with a sense of helplessness. So poor people are in a situation in which they are always ill treated, they are exploited, they are discriminated on various grounds due to their poor economic status, due to their torn and dirty clothes that they used to wear, due to their language that they speak. And poor people are in a situation that they are almost ill treated everywhere. So in farms, factories, government offices, hospitals, temples, railway stations, everywhere they are found, and they are discriminated and not getting respect and equal opportunity that other people, those who are in better situation, are getting. So now the responsibility lies with the government to provide them, to help them, to encourage them, to give them some means so that they also have a decent life like others. So it is one of the biggest challenges of independent India, which has been to India has been to bring millions of its people out of this abject poverty. So Mahatma Gandhi always insisted that India would be truly independent only when the poorest of its poor will become free of human suffering. So yes, of course it is true then कि 1/4 of our population, they are living in this situation where they are unable to access drinking water and sanitation, and they are keeping their children also in a poor state and not providing them education that will improve their economic and social status, or that will help them to have a better life. So now I conclude my video. Now in next video lecture I will explain that how this poverty is seen by social scientists. Okay boys, thank you all of you.